So it was an entertaining afternoon here at Wilgar Park. Finished 1-1, but we didn't look out of place in that game against probably the team that thinks of themselves as favourites.
Yeah, well, obviously, look, everybody's pretty familiar that they're a big club and they've got big ambitions to go back to where they say they belong. I'm sure. I mean, it's the second, third outing now against each other, and I don't think we've shied away from anything. Thought our guys have been under a bit of pressure of late and have took a bit of flack since Christmas really. And look, as I said before, we'll back them to the hilt, and even the new guys that have came on board there will back them. And I thought they turned up today, and their fight and their effort and their commitment in a battle. It was a real battle. I'm not saying there was any vast amount of wonderful football played, but it was a real dogfight, and I think we stood up to the challenge, and so I'm pleased with that.
Considering after last week, I missed last week's game, it wasn't a great trip to the seaside first, but we've come out today. First half, I think we probably were the better team. You know, we could have scored a few, went goal down, and then we got the free kick to get us back in the game. It was the spirit and this passion from the start for us today.
Yeah, I think obviously the first half, last week, I think it was a 0-0 written all over it, and I had a pint with Feeney and Dougie after the game, and we didn't see anybody scoring. And then again, we made a collective mistake with the first two goals, and we couldn't get back into the game. Having missed a couple of chances in the first half, but did we deserve to win the game last Friday? No, we probably didn't. And we got what we deserved, nothing. So today, when we had a couple of chances, and they had a chance in the first half, there's nobody more annoyed than missing it than him. And at the end of the day, nobody blames anybody in our squad. We try and work at it together. Could the goal that we conceded have been prevented? Of course it could have been. Every goal can be prevented, but when we look back at the footage and we see, look, there's the first phase of play, second phase of play, you know, that could have been prevented. But rather than previous weeks where the 1-0, the goal goes in, sometimes we haven't shown the character to get back in it. Today we did. We showed the character and the fight and the desire to get back in it. And okay, a bit of luck with a deflection, the free kick, but listen, we'll take that all day long.
In the first half, JJ was very alive today. He got quite a few chances. He's come off injured there. Can you tell us about that? Is that something to be concerned about?
Well, I actually spoke about it before the game today, that JJ has had lumps put out of him week in, week out. Basically, people trying to take him out of the game. And unfortunately, he's suffered a small cut to his head, with a clash of heads or elbow or something. And he's probably away there to get it stitched. The extent of the injury to the arm, I'm not quite sure. I think it's maybe an impact injury, and he's away to hospital. One, to get the head stitched, and two, to get the arm checked out. So hopefully he's okay, because he's a big player, and I mean, he had went before Portadown scored. He had went through, and normally he puts them away, but unfortunately he didn't today, and he's picked up an injury as well.
Thank you.